In the season 6 finale of The Kardashians, which aired on April 10th, Khloe Kardashian finally broke her silence regarding the shocking revelation that her ex-husband, Lamar Odom, had purchased a life-size sex doll modeled after her. The episode delves deeply into Khloe's reaction to the bombshell news, giving fans an unfiltered look at her emotions and the complicated dynamics of her past relationship with Lamar. Khloe's response was one of shock, betrayal, and a sense of violation. Having been married to Lamar for several years, Khloe was clearly taken aback by the notion that he would go so far as to recreate a life-sized version of her for such a personal and intimate purpose. For Khloe, it wasn't just about the object itself, but rather the symbolism behind it. The decision to buy the doll felt like a slap in the face, a stark reminder of the complexities and unresolved issues that surrounded her marriage to Lamar. Throughout the episode, Khloe explained how this incident dredged up painful memories from their relationship. She recalled how, in the earlier days of their marriage, Lamar's struggles with addiction and infidelity were part of the toxic environment that ultimately led to their divorce. For Khloe, the doll represented a troubling continuation of the emotional and psychological damage caused by Lamar's actions during their time together. She expressed how difficult it was to reconcile the person she once loved with a man who made such an unsettling choice after their separation. One of the most powerful moments of the episode came when Khloe referred to Lamar's actions as demonic. She described how the life-size doll was a manifestation of the unhealthy obsession that Lamar had developed with her during the final years of their marriage. It wasn't just about using her likeness for sexual gratification, but about how Lamar's fixation on her body and image crossed into disturbing territory. Khloe couldn't understand why he would choose to create such a thing, especially after everything they had been through. The act felt to her like an attempt to claim ownership over her, a sentiment that she said made her feel deeply uncomfortable and unsettled. Khloe's emotional turmoil was made even more poignant by her acknowledgement of the deep hurt that Lamar's addiction issues had caused her. She had stood by him through his darkest times, including when he nearly died of a drug overdose in 2015, but the toll it had taken on her was undeniable. The sex doll incident brought back all the raw emotions of betrayal, neglect, and confusion that Khloe had buried for years. It served as a reminder that the man she once loved had become someone she no longer recognized or trusted. The episode also highlighted the impact of Lamar's actions on the Kardashian family as a whole. Khloe's sisters, Kim, Kourtney, and Kendall, rallied around her in support, expressing their own disbelief and outrage at Lamar's decision to buy the doll. They all shared a collective sense of protectiveness over Khloe, recognizing the pain she had endured throughout her marriage and how the doll felt like a final violation of her boundaries. The family's unity in the face of such a shocking revelation provided a sense of solidarity for Khloe, making it clear that she was not alone in processing this latest betrayal. Khloe's reflections on Lamar's life-size sex doll also served as a moment of introspection for her. While she was clearly hurt and angry, there was also an underlying sense of healing and growth. Over the years, Khloe had become stronger and more self-aware, learning how to set boundaries and prioritize her own well-being. The incident with the doll, while painful, was another catalyst for her to reassess what she deserved in relationships moving forward. It became clear that Khloe was no longer the woman who had been blindly devoted to Lamar during their tumultuous marriage. She had evolved into someone who knew her worth and was no longer willing to tolerate behavior that disrespected her or her dignity. In a poignant conversation with her family, Khloe revealed how difficult it had been to move on from Lamar. Despite everything that had happened, a part of her still held onto the memories of their love and the hope that things could have been different. The doll, however, forced her to confront the reality that Lamar had moved on in ways that were deeply hurtful to her. She acknowledged that while she had been able to forgive him for many of his past transgressions, the life-size doll was something she couldn't overlook or easily move past. It felt like a final nail in the coffin of their relationship, an irreparable reminder of how far apart they had drifted. In addition to the emotional fallout, the situation also shed light on the complex dynamics of public perception and privacy. Khloe, being a public figure, was acutely aware that her personal life would always be subject to scrutiny. However, she had always tried to maintain a sense of control over her narrative. Lamar's decision to buy the doll, and the subsequent media coverage of it, felt like a violation of that control. It forced Khloe to confront an aspect of her life that she had not wanted to share with the world. As much as she had grown accustomed to the public eye, this was a moment where she wished she could retreat from the spotlight and process her feelings privately. Throughout the episode, Khloe's vulnerability and emotional honesty were palpable. She wasn't afraid to speak candidly about the hurt and confusion she felt, allowing viewers to see the real, unfiltered side of her experience. This rawness made the episode one of the most poignant of the season, as it revealed the deep emotional cost of fame and the complexities of navigating relationships in the public eye. For Khloe, the incident with Lamar was not just about a shocking object or a strange obsession. It was about reclaiming her own voice and dignity after years of feeling overshadowed by the drama of her marriage. The episode also highlighted the ways in which Khloe had changed since her divorce from Lamar. She had become more focused on her personal growth, her family, and her career. Her journey towards self-empowerment was a central theme throughout the season, and the doll incident was a stark reminder of how far she had come. In many ways, it was a test of her resilience, as she was forced to confront her past while also asserting her boundaries and moving forward with her life. The support of her family, coupled with her own inner strength, allowed Khloe to navigate the storm of emotions that the doll incident stirred up. In the aftermath of the episode, many fans expressed their sympathy and support for Khloe, recognizing the depth of her pain and the strength it took for her to publicly address such a personal matter. While the incident with the life-size sex doll was certainly an unsettling and bizarre twist in her life, it also marked another chapter in Khloe's ongoing journey of healing and self-discovery. It was a reminder that even in the face of unexpected challenges, Khloe Kardashian was resilient enough to face her past and continue moving forward with grace and dignity.